Witcher 3 is one of the most critically acclaimed video games of the last decade, and nearly 10 years later, it remains my favorite video game of all time. Developed by CD Projekt Red, The Witcher 3 marked an end of an era for Geralt of Rivia. In October of 2022, the studio announced that a new Witcher saga, codenamed Project Polaris, was in development. While the release of the new saga is ages away, we do have quite a bit of details about the game. So today we are going to dive into the world of The Witcher and discuss everything we know about The Witcher 4, including news about the development, the potential story, characters, will players be able to customize the main character, will Ciri be the main character for the new saga, what is the significance of the Lynx medallion, how ambitious is the open world going to be, and how long will we have to wait until the official reveal. We have much to cover, so check the video chapters for easy viewing. Don't forget to enter my PS5 giveaway. Those details are in the pinned comment, and let's get started. The new Witcher saga has been in development since it was first announced in March of 2022 when the team confirmed that the game was in pre-production. However, the game was likely in the early development stages before the official announcement, which in their press release they confirmed the following. Today's announcement marks the first official confirmation of a new game in the Witcher series since The Witcher 3. The teaser image for the new saga features a medallion with the text that says "A new saga begins." They then provided us with no further details such as the development time frame or the release date, but along with this announcement, it was confirmed that the new Witcher saga will be moving to Unreal Engine 5 as a part of their multi-year strategic partnership with Epic Games. Now, since 2011, CDPR used their proprietary technology called the Red Engine to build their games, and the Epic Games partnership not only covers licensing but also technical development of the UE5 and future versions of Unreal Engine. Now, in the press release, they said CDPR will be collaborating with Epic Games with the primary goal of tailoring the game engine for open world experiences, starting with the new Witcher saga. The CTO of CDPR then stated that one of the core aspects of their internal Red 2.0 transformation is a much stronger focus on technology, and the partnership with Epic Games is based on that principle. He then said that it is vital for CDPR to have the technical direction of the next game decided from the earliest possible phase, as in the past we spent a lot of resources and energy trying to evolve and adapt the Red Engine, and he said that this partnership is exciting because it will elevate development predictability and efficiency while giving us access to cutting-edge game development tools. Now, following the announcement of the move to Unreal Engine 5, it was met with some uncertainty amongst fans of the series, some saying that Unreal Engine games lack aesthetic and would rather the series stick to using the Red Engine, but we'll talk more about that in just a bit. Now, jumping ahead to November of that year, we got the confirmation of who the director of the new saga will be. In a post on Twitter from Sebastian Colombo, they said this, and I quote, "Career news, I'm directing the new Witcher saga. Since joining CDPR, I believe nothing is impossible, and raising the bar, telling emotional stories, and creating worlds is what we're here for. I'm proud to be a part of CDPR and work with such a talented and passionate team." Sebastian was previously the head of the animation and animation director on Cyberpunk 2077 and The Witcher 3, which honestly I am super excited for him. I can't wait to see the work that they do on The Witcher 4. Now, this brings us to the latest news for the development of the new saga. During the Q1 2024 earnings report, the CDPR Investor Relations Twitter account posted a graphic that gave us an official update on the development. Now, the graphic that they posted said these are the different teams that are working on ongoing projects. On February 29th, 2024, there was only 17 developers working on Cyberpunk 2077 and 403 working on Project Polaris. There was also 47 working on Project Orion, and as of April 30th, 2024, 407 developers are working on the new saga and 56 are working on Orion. That means currently there are 0 developers working on Cyberpunk 2077, which confirms that CDPR's main focus is on the development of The Witcher 4, which is really exciting news. Now, when it comes to the story, the new saga will kick off a new trilogy of Witcher games that is completely separate from Geralt's story, which means we can expect new characters, storylines, and more. The game was unveiled with a graphic that showcased a mysterious medallion with text that says, "The Witcher, a new saga begins." Now, this medallion is significant because of the story implications that it has. Now, in the world of The Witcher, there are several Witcher schools, each with their own unique medallion and training philosophies. There is the School of the Wolf, School of the Cat, School of the Griffin, the Bear, and the Viper. Now, the one that is the most famous is obviously the School of the Wolf based in Kaer Morhen. This is, of course, Geralt's school. Their medallion is a wolf head, and they're known for a balanced approach whenever it comes to combat and signs. Now in the lore, there's also the School of the Crane and the School of the Manticore, but they're not nearly as big as the other 5 that we just mentioned. Now, despite the initial debate on what animal the medallion depicts, it was confirmed that the medallion from the teaser image is indeed of the Lynx. According to the global communications director, they said this, and I quote, "Okay, some mysteries should not be so mysterious. I can confirm that the medallion is shaped after a lynx." This immediately brought it into the speculation amongst the community. However, this confirmation led to more questions and answers, as there is no established School of the Lynx in the Witcher canon, at least not in the books or the games. There is a fan fiction about the School of the Lynx, but that's about it. And let's be honest, CDPR is not going to use a fan fiction to establish their lore. You can actually read more into the fan fiction on the wiki. It's a pretty solid read. Now, with The Witcher 4 being a fresh start to the Witcher series, the question remains, who will be the main protagonist of the new saga? As I mentioned before, it was confirmed by CDPR that Geralt of Rivia will not be featured in the new saga. However, this news doesn't dismiss other characters from the Geralt saga as well. For instance, a character like Ciri. Picking her to be the main protagonist of the new game would be a natural progression from The Witcher 3. However, I have a feeling that they're going to go a completely new direction for the series. Now, one of the best aspects of games like Cyberpunk 2077 is the ability to customize the main protagonist. Now, with Cyberpunk, the main character was V. Now, for The Witcher Polaris, it could be that the devs do something similar and give the character a name, and then from there we have complete control on creating our very own Witcher. I absolutely loved how Cyberpunk did things, but this game is a series of 3 games. A customized Witcher wouldn't be the easiest thing to market. Having a character like Geralt as the lead of the series allowed people to follow his journey across those 3 games. A custom protagonist wouldn't really have the same result, which is why having an established character like Ciri or a completely new Witcher would probably work out for the best for them. It's honestly hard to think about a Witcher game without Geralt as the lead, so the team really has to tread lightly here, or it could end in disaster. Now, if they go with a customized character, that would avoid that situation, but I'm a bit torn. Like, in some ways I want a new character, a fresh face we've never seen before, but on the other hand, I really liked how Cyberpunk did their character creation, and I also think a game with Ciri as the lead would be really cool, but again, the devs are kind of put in a rough spot. Now, with that being said, with this being a new saga, I'm really curious about where the new saga fits in the timeline. Will it be a prequel? Will it be after the events of The Witcher 3? And if so, how far in the future will it be? Will we see other characters return, or will it be just a clean slate? Now, I personally hope we see some characters return, but for the most part, I want a new cast of characters. Now, as I mentioned at the start of the video, the new Witcher saga will be transitioning to Unreal Engine 5, which of course promises a visually stunning and immersive experience. If you've ever seen the concepts of The Witcher in Unreal Engine, it looks absolutely bonkers. As you can see on the screen right here, this video trended a few years back, and I'm sure it was a part of their inspiration to make the switch. Now, the engine shift will bring enhanced graphic fidelity with detailed environments, lifelike characters, dynamic weather effects, smooth animations, realistic lighting, and a vibrant world. Now, compared to Red Engine's capabilities, the recent Unreal Engine 5.1 updates added improved nanite and lumen, which that technology enhances the visual fidelity of the open worlds, allowing for highly detailed regions. Now, there's also the world partition, which simplifies the management of large open worlds, making it easier for devs to create and edit vast landscapes, which is something that I'm sure CDPR will use a lot, but we'll talk more about the open world in just a bit. And then of course, the performance upgrades of Unreal Engine 5.1 are pretty solid. Additionally, the combat is expected to evolve, utilizing the new tech to do even crazier things with combat, while hopefully retaining the core Witcher feel. Despite how good UE5 is, I'm still a bit uncertain about the change. There are a lot of games on Unreal Engine that all look and kind of feel the same, so I hope the devs can really retain the DNA of The Witcher. I'm sure they will, but it's just hard to imagine a Witcher game not using the Red Engine. I am, however, happy that the team at CDPR won't have to have a team dedicated to building the Red Engine and upgrading it, and instead using those resources to actually build the next game. Not to mention, being able to hire contractors will be much easier for them, as whenever you bring on a contractor, you likely won't have to train them on the processes of the Red Engine. The Unreal Engine is a very popular engine, so hiring will be a lot simpler, and then we'll also be able to predict development timelines, which means we could get the game earlier than expected. The Witcher 3's open world was divided into several large and distinct areas, each with its own unique landscapes, cultures, and stories. From the war-torn lands of Velen and the bustling city of Novigrad to the frozen Viking-inspired Skellige Isles, these regions were a diverse and rich tapestry for players to explore. The new saga is expected to build on this approach, potentially introducing even more varied environments, and the move to Unreal Engine could mean that this new game will be even more ambitious. CD Projekt Red has a reputation for pushing the boundaries of open world design. With the advancements in gaming technology and the development team's growing expertise expertise, the Witcher game could feature a world that feels even more seamless and interconnected. Like, guys, imagine vast contiguous landscapes where transition in between regions is smooth and immersive without any noticeable loading screens. Furthermore, the narrative depth and the side quests that define The Witcher 3 are likely to return, that will all be expanded by the open world. Now, each region hopefully packed with its own lore, quests, and dynamic events, making the world feel alive and more reactive to the player's actions. Unreal Engine is also legit the king of dynamic in-game events. Games like Fortnite are an example of this. Not saying The Witcher will do anything on that scale, but there is certainly a lot of possibilities. My hope is a large and detailed world that is seamless, but I also don't want a situation where the game is as large as an ocean but as deep as a puddle, which honestly, this is CDPR we're talking about. I have no doubt in my mind that this next game will be insane. Now, when it comes to the reveal for the new Witcher Saga and the development timeline, we know that the game is in full production now, and it's been in development for roughly 2 to 3 years at this point. While we have no exact date or timeline, my guess is we'll get a teaser within the next 2 years, most likely 2 years from now for a reveal, and then another 4 to 5 years after that for the game's release date. Now, CDPR is not going to repeat the same mistake they did with Cyberpunk's reveal, where they announced the game in 2013 with a teaser trailer that shocked the world, and it didn't release until 2020. Also, the amount of memes about the game's delay, like, we all know that yellow background with that black text with Cyberpunk's logo, yeah, zero chance we get anything revealed until they are officially ready. Now, if I were to guess on when we could see the official Witcher 4 release date, I would say 2028 isn't really out of the question. With the move to Unreal Engine 5, the development could go a lot quicker, but again, it's impossible to determine because the project was only revealed 2 years ago. I hate to say it, but we're going to be waiting quite a while for the new Witcher game to release. The announcement of the new Witcher Saga was extremely hyped for the time, and after CDPR redeemed themselves with Cyberpunk 2077, I legit cannot wait for this game. There's also Witcher 1 in the works, so if we don't get the new Saga for a few years from now, at least we have some Witcher content to look forward to that, well, isn't the Witcher Netflix series. Either way though, guys, that's gonna wrap it up with this video. If you enjoyed my coverage, do me a favor, hit the like button, subscribe with your notifications turned on so you're not missing out on any future gaming news. Don't forget to enter my PS5 giveaway, and until next time, this has been Wes, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video.